So I slept a good 7 hours last night. I'm feeling great. I've got loads of energy. So I thought we'd do an impromptu video today. We're going to have a bit of fun, lighten up, have a little bit of a chuckle at ourselves and talk about those big fat lies that we tell ourselves. You know the ones I'm talking about. Let's get into it. Well, welcome back to the channel. My name's Claire. So you know what I'm talking about, don't you? When we're sewing or when we're thinking about sewing, maybe we're researching, we're planning, we're visiting shops, we're going through our stash, maybe we are sewing, even when we're wearing the garments afterwards. We tell ourselves stuff that just plain is not true. Outside there's a barking dog and it's been going on for some time. I'm hoping the mic doesn't pick it up, but apologies if it does. We are just going to continue in the light and airy fun way that I'm thinking about today. Okay, I broke into song. I didn't mean to do that. Can't quite believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. All these points are tongue-in-cheek. Please don't take offence. I'm laughing at myself as much as anyone else, and it's my aim that you will enjoy it. So let's get into it. So I've got 8 big fat lies here. Let me know which ones you're guilty of down below. The first big fat lie that we tell ourselves is that we're buying fabric to make clothes. We are we not? Now I've got a snoring cat in the background, God help me. We go to fabric shops or we shop online and we see a pretty fabric that we just absolutely love. And we say, that's going to be perfect for that pattern I was looking at. That's going to be perfect for the dress that I want to make. Maybe I've got an event to go to. It's going to be perfect. How many meters do I need? We'll get 3 meters to cover all bases, just in case I don't make it for that pattern. It's so beautiful. I've got to have it there and then. The dress is going to look amazing. I'm going to look $1 million. In the cart it goes. Couple days later, it's at the front door. It's pretty, you're admiring it, and it's just too good to use, isn't it? So it goes on the shelf, it gathers dust, and 3 years later you're thinking, I'm going to use that for the next pattern. I really am. And then the next pattern comes along, no. And before we know it, it's been years and years and years, that beautiful fabric that we just had to have, we convinced ourselves that we were going to make a dress straight away. That's why we had to purchase it straight away. And it never ever got used. How many bits of fabric have you got like that in your stash? I know, I have got plenty. There's one in particular I want to show you. Do you remember this from last year? Absolutely gorgeous. I bought that not this summer but last summer. Look how vibrant those colours are. What a lovely dress. I bought it just when parsley, it's not parsley is it, it's paisley. I bought it when paisley was just coming in. It's been in, stayed a while and gone out the other door by now, but look at it, how gorgeous it is. Too pretty to use, isn't it? Far too pretty to use. So I'm just admiring it in the viewfinder. It's gorgeous. Oh, I love it. But do I love it enough to make a dress? Well, I told myself I'd make a dress, so I suppose that's what I should do. So the next big fat lie that we tell ourselves when we're sewing is that I deserve a new sewing machine. Maybe we are sewing on our basic machine. We keep getting unthreaded. Maybe we're getting skipped stitches. It's stressing us out. We do everything we can. We Google for hours. This is me Googling, by the way. We Google for hours trying to find a bloody answer to our problem, and we can't find it. We're stressed out. And we tell ourselves, I deserve a better sewing machine. Are you with me? We do deserve it, we do. Sewing machine, that's a funny term to me. A really funny term. By the way, do you like my candles in the background? It is a funny term to be telling ourselves we deserve it. We might like it, we might want it, we may have the money for it. But do we really deserve it? Maybe we do. It's an internal decision, but I think in many times we are lying to ourselves. We don't deserve and we don't need a new machine. We might want one and we might convince ourselves that we can buy one, you know. How many have I bought? I had my IKEA, I had my brother, I had my Janome, I had my other brother and about 4 other machines in between before I finally realised no amount of buying machines is going to fulfil that desire of making me happy, because that is what it is. How many machines do you personally own? Let us know down below. I want to know if I'm a bit abnormal. I've got 2 sewing machines, a serger and a cover stitch currently. Oh, and that mini sewing machine that's in the cupboard that I did a video on like forever ago. And so the next big fat lie that we tell ourselves is one for those who go into the workplace, which is probably not many of you now because we've all been working at home. Stay with me because this used to be me in the workplace and I'm sure it's many of you too. I cannot be the only one that this happened to. I say this happened to, it was my own thought process. So I go to work in the morning, drag myself into the office on a couple of hours sleep. The day would just be dragging, boy. And I would sit at my computer, typing away, thinking about home time. Yes, I still call it the same as when I was at school. Home time, thinking about that 5 p.m. slot that is coming, that is my own free time. And I was going to make a dress. Maybe I'd be looking up patterns on the sly on the work computer. Maybe I'll be looking up fabrics to buy. Maybe I'll be thinking about my own stash. Whatever I was thinking or doing, I was convincing myself that when I got home that evening, I was going to make a dress. Yes, I'd get home at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock probably. And then I would sew for 4 or 5 hours. And at the end, I would have a completed dress all before I go to bed. I know. Never happened, did it? Never. Best case scenario is I sewed for half an hour and then I zonked out. And then I just felt that I didn't have any time to sew because, you know, I was sleeping instead of sewing or working. And an extension to that big fat lie is telling myself that on the weekend I would have a whole weekend of sewing. We've all said it, haven't we? And then something comes up Saturday morning, you think, yeah, get up, have a shower, get ready, sew all day. And then you've got your kid coming up to you going, Mum, or your husband going, love. Or you got your mum on the phone. Or you see something that's come up on Facebook that you want to go to. Or some million other things that need addressing, and the sewing just goes by the wayside. It can't just be me. So the next big fat lie that we have told ourselves is, and I think most of us, if not all of us, have done this. We see a sale for indie patterns. Maybe not everyone sews indie, but those that do will appreciate this. We see a sale and it says if you buy 2 patterns, you'll get a third for free. What a bargain, what a saving, especially when patterns cost $15 to $20 each. But it's not a sale, is it? It's not a bargain, I should say. My brain's already going. It is not a sale because we were not going to buy any patterns before we saw that sale, were we? We were just browsing, we were just window shopping, telling ourselves, no, I'm just window shopping. I'm filling in some time, darling. I'm filling in time and that is all. You've had your eye on this pattern designer for so long. You love their patterns. You've got a whole long list. This is fantastic. You can buy 3 patterns. Well, I'm going to get my head around this. You're going to buy 2 patterns and get 3. How great. So a pattern, if it costs $20, then you are paying $40 and getting $60 worth. What a bargain that is. What a bargain. But no. It's not a bargain, is it? Because we were window shopping. Window shopping costs nothing. So we're actually $40 down. We ended up thanking the designer for saving us $20. What has happened there? I think we told ourselves a big fat lie. So the next big fat lie we tell ourselves is that the tool we need to buy, the one we've got in our basket and we're hitting purchase on, is going to make our sewing so much better, isn't it? It is going to take us from amateur to professional. I know what I'm talking about here. See this thing? This is a bendy, it's supposed to be a bendy ruler. I bought it off eBay for about 99p. And you know what? There is no markings on that. How can it be a ruler with no markings? But I was convinced if I buy this, I can put that between my crotch, get the shape of me bum, and that will help me draft patterns. Now, I don't draft patterns to start with, and guess what? I've never used this. I've made probably 5 pairs of pants so far. It's not many, is it? I've never once used this. So I won't throw that because we've got candles that are lit over there. But that's what I would do, is go. The next thing is something I feel a lot of us have done. Pattern notcher. Do you have one of these at home? I saw this, right, as a dressmaking tool. A professional dressmaking tool. I thought that's going to be great for cutting me notches in me fabric. No. It's not for cutting notches in fabric. It's for cutting notches in your pattern. So it's for pattern drafters who want to create notches. The blade in there is good enough for paper, but nothing else. I cut a few pieces of fabric with this, and it just was not cutting it. So these have sat in my drawer over there for like 6 years. And they haven't been used. I don't want to get rid of it because I might well draft patterns at some point. How did that make me a better seamstress? It didn't, did it? And the other thing were these duck build scissors. I actually wanted these for the longest time. I got them and I did use them for a little while, but I haven't used them for a long time. Now these do have their uses, and I'm not disparaging the old duck build scissors, am I? So you know what I'm talking about. You will see these tools. This is something that new seamstresses get into, I feel, rather than seasoned ones. Certainly I'm talking, the whole video is me talking from personal experience. So when I was new to sewing, I would continuously look up tools that I could buy as a seamstress or dressmaker, and any tool I could find, yep, I'll have that. Didn't even look into whether it was any good or not, or whether it was what I really wanted. I just had this urge to have all the sewing things. So if I had all the sewing things, I would be all the seamstress. But it just don't work out that way. The next one, you know I'm going to get that in this video as well. It was in the last video. The next big fat lie that we tell ourselves, it's something I'm not guilty of any longer, is we don't need to do a toile. We look at a pattern, we assess the pattern, we think, I can make it straight out of the packet. Yes. So we start sewing, we cut into that gorgeous fabric, this gorgeous fabric, and we convince ourselves that it's all great and dandy, and it is. We're sewing it up. We don't even check fit as we're sewing. So we've done the nice finishes to it. We have done it all, and we try it on and it don't fit, or if it fits really poorly. We told ourselves a big fat lie that we didn't need to do a toile. We did need to do a toile, and it would have saved us all those tears at the end. I learnt this one the hard way. I really did. If you're enjoying this fun and relaxing video so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give me a like, because I will love you forever. The next big fat lie is a big fat lie. I will use this fabric once I've lost weight, without actually being on any kind of weight loss plan. We've done it. I have got many fabrics that I have not cut into because I want to lose weight first. They're fantastic fabrics, I tell myself. They're absolutely gorgeous and they'll look gorgeous on. But once I've lost weight. So they sit and they sit and they sit and they never ever get used. I know I've got fabrics still. That one I've been showing you, for starters, that I feel like if I just get a little bit slimmer, it'll look better. I'll feel more confident in it. No, 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 no. This is a lie that we need to stop telling ourselves. We are amazing as we are. Really, we are amazing as we are. We need to love our bodies as they are. Dance naked. I won't put you through it on here. But dance naked in the room and love your body. And once you do that, you will feel confident to cut into those fabrics. We might buy a fabric, it might be expensive, it might be gorgeous, and we might be scared to cut into it. But we are worthy of wearing that garment that we envision in our head. So we should cut into our fabrics today. Okay, that might be a little bit hasty because I haven't even got a pattern prepared. But you know what I'm saying. We need to be thinking about using these fabrics now, because what is the worst that can happen? If we have a sewing fail, but if you follow my mini series, thanks, I made that, then you will not have sewing fails, because you will be learning how to do what you need to do to get a great fit. Absolute worst case scenario is you're going to ruin your fabric. Oh no, what will happen? Let's do a little quiz about what will happen. A, the world will come to an end. B, the economy will crash. C, our sewing machines will go. Or D, none of the above will happen. That's right, none of the above will happen. So we can cut into our fabric quite safely for the bodies we have, and we can feel amazing at the end of it. That's the truth. The lie is that we should wait until we've lost weight. So we need to stop telling ourselves these lies, and I'm talking to myself as much as anyone else. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know which was your biggest fat lie that you've done to yourself that doesn't affect anyone else, but you tell it to yourself and then it doesn't turn out to be the truth. So if you like this video and you'd like to see more like it, do hit that subscribe button, give me a like for the algorithm. And if you particularly like this video and found it entertaining, consider purchasing a coffee for me, and I will catch you in the next one. In the meantime, check this out, or this one. Until next time, bye for now.